Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me. Then I know my sound is good. Hey, what's going on? I think my sound good. All right, cool, cool, cool. So we here, y'all. I appreciate y'all pulling up, and you know what I'm saying. So what we looking at is Nasdaq futures, right? And so what we going to be looking at is the afternoon session, right? So the afternoon session, primary like times to be looking for a trade is, in my opinion, it's from 1:30 to 3:30. Some people will say it's from 2 to 4. That's when, 4 being when the market actually closes, or some people say 3 to 4. So generally you're going to find a trade around the 2 p.m. time frame. So if you're not someone who can get on there early in the morning to take a trade, you can get on here in the afternoon time and also look for a trade. So you're not limited to only trading the morning time frames, and that's kind of why I came on here to do a PM stream, that is. And so we kind of just waiting to see if price is going to give us a trade setup. But in the meantime, we can look at this morning's trading session and get an idea of what happened this morning. And that's kind of how we can have an idea of what might happen this afternoon, right? So cool. So looking at this morning session, right? I want y'all to look over here, this bottom right side of my screen. Right here, I have, this is the hourly time frame, right? So I got the hourly time frame right here on the bottom right side of my screen. I have the 15-minute time frame right here on the top right side of my screen, and then the left side of my screen is the 5-minute time frame, right? So I have all these time frames pulled up, one, just so I can get a a very clear picture of what the market is doing from the higher time frames all the way down to the lower time frame, right? So the reason I say we're going to look at this bottom right corner, so again, this was the hourly time frame, and if you see this, let me see if I can shade this out. So if you see, oops, I don't know why that did that. Okay, so if you can see the candles that are in this yellow shaded box, this is the overnight price action. So this is what the market did overnight, right? And the good thing about, one, learning how to read price and understanding what the market did previously, that can give you an idea of what it's going to do, when you come into the market, right? So we looking at this overnight price action, right? We see, well, matter of fact, let's look at it from yesterday. So we see Monday overnight price action pushed up, and then we pretty much stayed sideways until coming down into the overnight price action, right? And if we remember, about the market, is it's only going to go three directions. That's up, down, or sideways, right? So when the market went sideways on Monday, overnight came down, then you got the bounce up. So you see how these market fluctuations move in a pattern, and if you understand these patterns, you can understand where the market is going. So when the market came into this morning, we continued moving up, And that's kind of how this morning's price actually played out, right? And if you come over here on my 5 minute time frame, you get a way clearer picture of how this morning played out. So this is the opening 5 minute candle, right? And this opening 5 minute candle came down first. That's why we have this long wick right here. So this shows where the candle came down. However, it then pushed up and closed way up here. And that's what made it a green candle. So as you can see, the 5 minute is following what this higher time frame candle is doing. So again, if we just came in looking at the higher time frame and understanding after a push down and a bounce, price was going to continue going up. And that's kind of what the market did. So again, this morning price opened up, it moved up. We hit a zone right here. So on my 1 hour time frame, I have these zones marked out. This is to show gaps in price, right? So price likes to return back to gaps in the price. Price likes to return back to these gaps. So that's what the market did this morning. It pushed up, returned to this gap, and then pushed down, right? And that's what the market does. So again, once we push up, what do? We push back down. And again, when you see right here in the 5 minute time frame, price pushed up, came down, pushed back up, moved sideways a little bit, and then pushed down. And now we kind of just been moving sideways ever since about 11:30 this morning. So when we looking at kind of what we might be expecting out of this PM session, honestly, I'm not expecting much. Just because this sideways action right here, this is what's putting traders to sleep. This action right here, you do not want to be in this sideways action right here, right? This is gonna put you to sleep. So if we were to get a trade off in this general area, honestly, I could see us making a move higher up into this area right here. Again, this is a gap I have right here marked out just to show this is from what happened earlier. So this was the 11:05 candle, and it put in this nice little gap right here, right? Remember, price likes to return back to these gaps, and that's kind of what we're getting right here. See price trying to get it back, a move back up there. So if we were to get any type of trade during this session, I would expect it to form around this area, just because again, this is where price created this gap, and these gaps like to act like magnets. However, they also like to repel like magnets as well. So you know, when you get two magnets of the same side, what do? They repel. And that's kind of how we can think about these gaps. It's going to attract and it's going to repel. So if price was to get up in here and start showing it wants to, you know, repel from this area, let's say we get something like this and get a move lower, you know, that's something that I would typically be trying to see right along in this area. I want to see price get up into this gap and then repel lower. So you know, being that we kind of can see that's kind of what price has done from the morning till now we have a game plan, right? And the game plan is honestly 80% of your strategy, having the game plan. So now we got a game plan. All we do is wait. Literally, all we do is wait now. Now we just wait to see if price wants to actually get up here and start repelling, or let's say price gets up here, right? Because again, this is attracting price. Let's say price gets up here. Let's say it makes a move above this level, then we could possibly get a move from there higher. Because remember, these gaps like to repel and attract. So when we get above it, it's gonna give us the momentum to repel from the top side to go up higher. So that's something I'll also be looking for. I doubt it. I doubt it, but it could play out. It could play out. But yeah. So we're just gonna see what happens from here. Go see what happens from here. Um, everybody good? Everybody good today? Y'all got any questions? Any questions on what we looking at? Again, this is NQ. Um, we're looking to trade the PM session on NQ, and we're gonna see what we can get. Hey, what's going on, Brady? You said how to set up the gap indicator on TradingView. Oh yeah, I got you right here, bro. Okay, look. So check out my 5 minute time frame. So the gap indicator I'm using is called the inverse FVG TFO, and that's the inverse FVG TFO indicator. And how you look for this? You go to indicators, pull it up, and do inverse FVG, and it's this one right here that says inverse with FVG with rejections TFO. That's this indicator right there. Inverse FVG with rejections. And you just click it and it'll apply right to your chart. Right? And no matter what time frame, the chart will adjust. So that means no matter what time frame you switch to, these gaps will adjust to show you where the gaps are on the different time frames. So again, this is the hourly time frame. As you can see, it's showing an hourly gap ahead right here, and we're also bouncing off an hourly gap right there. And then let's say I go to the 4 hour, it's showing the nice hourly gap way up here. And if we go back to the 5, you see that hourly gap is still right there. Oh yeah, no problem, no problem, bro. But so I moved down to the 2 minutes. I'm on a 2 minute time frame now. So we did put in a 2 minute gap right here, right? Price is also trading right here near previous day high. So this is previous day's high, right? And let's say I was expecting a short to form right here. This would be a nice level to take a short from, just because previous day high is it's a key level where price likes to reject from, price likes to attract to. So it looks like we getting some nice momentum right here. So we might actually get a trade off. Let's see. So we getting some nice momentum. I'm just checking out all the different time frames. All right. Nice movement on the 5. This is the 15 hourly. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Go back to the 2 minute. All right. So again, so let's say I was trying to take a trade from this 2 minute gap. I'm not seeing anything on the 1 minute. Um, so I'm gonna just go back to the two. So let's say I was trying to take a oh sorry. Let's say I was trying to take a trade from this 2 minute gap, right? So one, I'm looking for price to move with intention, right? And this is kind of what we're getting right now. So we see this PM session started right here at 1:30, and now we're getting price moving with some intention. So this is kind of showing us that price maybe would like to go lower from here, right? But according to my strategy, I would need to see a little bit more out of price. I would need to see a little bit more momentum, a little bit more downward action, just to give me more confidence that this is a trade that I can take. So until then, we still waiting. We still waiting just to see what price wants to do. So let's see. Let's see if we get some momentum right here. All right. So we getting a little 2 minute gap right here. Let me see on the 1 minute. This is anything. So the beauty of price action is, you can go to the different time frames to see one if all of them are in alignment, right? So again, all these time frames we're looking at, they're saying the same thing. However, it's just different points of view, different perspectives, right? So I've got the 1 minute time frame pulled up right here. So again, if I want to get bearish, I would want us to break below this 1 minute gap, right? Because again, price likes to attract to these gaps and repel. So if I'm expecting us to, let's say, come down here to this gap, because this is a gap where price could be attracted to, we would first need to break through this gap right here. And that's kind of what I'm waiting on right now. I'm waiting to see if we can get some nice momentum and kind of show me that, like, hey, we definitely want to go lower to this potential gap right here. That's what we waiting on. All right. So this is what I like to see right here, right? So I'm starting to see this momentum get heavy right here, right? Oops, I think I chose the wrong thing. Hold up. Alright, so this is somewhat giving me a look that I want to see right here. Alright, nice, nice, nice. Alright, boom. So now we got to change a character, right? So again, we got to change a character on the 3 minute. So ideally, if I'm taking this setup, this will probably be a decent level to take this trade from. Let me just see if we want to. The thing is, we might want to come back here. We might want to come back in here first before actually letting this trade play out. So I'm gonna see if we're gonna come back up in there. See, I don't like how this 5 minute is looking, but hmm. So this is the level where I would be tempted to take a sell from. So I'm gonna set my sell limit right here. See if we can get a trade, a short setup and I'll set my stop loss above these highs, above the previous day high. And let's see if we can get a trade set up from this OTE level. So this is my standard deviation tool I like to draw out right here. Let me put that back right there. So this is my OTE level. So this is my trade up set up right here. We got key level rejection into a market structure shift, which is this red line right here. This is telling me we got a nice structure shift. All right. So I set my sell inside the OTE of this range, and this is this yellow shaded area right here. So what I want to see price come back up into this level and then reject. Because again, what these gaps do, they attract and repel price. So what I want to see price attracted to this level so we can repel from it. And hopefully we can come down here and trade into this gap right here. So now we wait, y'all. Let's see. Everybody tracking? Y'all see what's going on? Let's see if this trade wants to tag us in. All right. See, this is what I can't stand. if price wants to go without us, it can do that as well. Um, but I'ma just wait. We gonna wait to see if we can get up to this level. I don't wanna just FOMO into this trade just for the sake of it. We gonna let it play out naturally. See if we can get up there. I feel like this would be a nice little trade. This is a nice little, say we can get this end of day sell off. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yep, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Tap us in. Tap us in. Tap us in. All right. Boom. All right. So we tapped into this trade. So it's making a strong move higher already. So it's tapped us into this trade right here at OTE. So we got our stop above this high. And what we waiting to see? We waiting to see if price wants to come back lower. Now we getting some strong movement now. Now we generally don't get such a strong push through OTE like this. Now this is leading me to think that maybe we're, sorry about that. I think my headset just randomly cut off. But this is leading me to think that maybe some news just got released just by the nature of this candle right here. That's a strong candle up through my OTE and up through my previous day high. So boom, I just got stopped out of that trade, which is fine. We took our setup, and now we want to see what happens next. So I'm definitely thinking some news just came out. Let me check. All right, let's see. Let's see. So we made a nice move of our previous day high. All right, now maybe if we get strength above this previous day high, then we can make a move back up to these highs up here. So I'm not leaving that out of the question as well. However, I definitely want to see if some news just came out. Let's see what happened. Of course, of course. Sorry about that. Of course, Trump just said a couple weeks, not much longer on the Iran war. So that right there probably is what caused that trade right there to just get stopped out that quickly. And that was literally 10 minutes ago. So that's the nature of trading as well, guys. Like, if you're in a trade and news happens to come out during your trade, then you can deal with things like that. Now, I'm gonna be honest. What I've noticed when Trump starts talking is usually bad for the market. So, being that that particular headline caused that spike right there, um, I'm pretty much kind of like, I don't want to say I don't trust it, but as you can see, when price made this move higher, we got rejected by this gap right here. So now I'm just kind of waiting to see, all right, what's going to happen next, because we could still get a move lower. But again, if the market likes what Trump is saying, then I'm expecting us to at least make a move above this gap, and then possibly we can form a trade from this gap to higher. So that's what we're looking for right now. Yeah, Trump says war is proceeding strongly. That'll do it. That'll do it. Let's see what else is going on. Yep, Trump talking. Let's see if he said anything else. Trump touts stock market's performance. All right, so he bragging on the stock market. So yeah, that'll cause some definite volatility for sure. If you got Trump bragging on the stock market, I guess that'll definitely kick you out of a short. But so that's just what happened there. But let's see. If this market wants to go higher, we'll take a trade to go higher then. Let's see. So we do got this low. Alright, so if the market wants to go higher from here, again, I would want to see a pullback into this yellow shaded area. Again, this is where I would want to get in the trade, right in this yellow shaded area. So it's the same thing when it came to the short trade that we tried. So it's the same thing. You don't want to switch up the strategy just because of what the market is doing. You're going to stick to your strategy. So I'll be looking to see if the market wants to come into this yellow shaded area and see if we can get a trade up out of this area right here. Go back to the news feed. Let's see. Let's see. Is Trump live streaming? Is Trump live streaming right now? Am I trading? Am I trading against the Trump stream? Oh, he's in Ireland. Okay, see, of course, Trump is in. He's in Ireland for a luncheon on St. Patrick's Day. Come on, man. Like who? Yo, you can't make this stuff up, man. All right, he's no longer talking. It looks like who is this guy? Who is it? Is that the Irish Prime Minister? Hold on, I think I can pull it up over here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Trump live. Here we go, right here.
University of Phoenix is built for real life. At some schools, to save money, you have to move fast and load up on courses. We keep it simple. Take one course at a time with fixed, affordable tuition. Get started at phoenix.edu.
Y'all see that?
The island of Ireland. And thank you for bringing so many members of this House from both sides of the aisle together on St. Patrick's Day and throughout the year.
Can y'all hear the YouTube video or no?
St. Patrick's Day to you all. As we say in Gaelic, Gorv Mila Mahagav, Agus Banachti, Na Ela Podrig Orv Galer. Thank you very much indeed.
Sound like they wrapping up. Oh, look, there you go. Look at him.
Thank you so much, Taoiseach and Mr. President. Again,
Oh,
I told him he
goodness.
had an hour and 47 minutes.
Okay, so
Senator
y'all
Welch.
can't hear
That's
it?
how long the
Nice.
State of the Union was, and he was much shorter, so thank you for that. It is a short road to the People's House, and we're glad to have you again. Now, my friends, I get to introduce two musical acts for us today.
Musical
Very
acts?
excited about this.
Come on, man.
We're blessed to have twice the entertainment today. So the first is a musical very much
We're
in the
trying to take a
spirit of
trade.
this
They over here
historic
having
year for
musical
us,
numbers.
the American
Come on now.
250th anniversary, where Eagles Fly tells the story of one Irish family's difficult journey across the Atlantic here to America. It is a journey of hope, resilience, and faith as they sought to build a new life in this grand new land. And please give a very warm welcome to the performers of Where Eagles Fly. Thank you.
Where Eagles Fly. Oh, my goodness. Wow, they really going. They really doing it big. They really doing it big. Look at this. When did Ireland and the U.S. become like great allies? Like, oh no, I might be missing something.
And good afternoon, Mr. President.
This is just it's such a random,
very distinguished guest.
a random
My
presser
name's
to be
Trevor
live streaming.
Marshall,
Like,
and I'm very proud and delighted to be here today.
it's just
I'm
so
executive
random.
producer of this new musical called
But it's
Where
okay.
Eagles
It's
Fly.
okay. Let's see. We might
And
be
it
able to.
celebrates the contribution the
Let's
Scots
see. We
Irish
might be able to take a
made to the
trade up out of
history
this
of
level
the
right
land
here.
of the free.
Okay. See, now we getting the
Many
push.
other nationalities have also
All right, it
played a
did come
significant
into
part
OTE,
in
but
the
let's
creation
see.
of this
Let's see.
great
We
nation.
might
But today, on St. Patrick's Day, it's all about the Irish.
see. It's still
Yeah.
a little. This 2-minute gap right here.
And their story is remarkable.
All right, let me mute them. All right, so Trump is done talking, and his friend, whoever that was, the Ireland Prime Minister. So we getting a little move off of this one. This is a 3-minute gap right here. All right. Let's see if the 5 minutes giving us anything. Yeah, until we get above this purple shaded area right here, I'm not looking to take a trade. I'm not looking to take a trade. Oh, y'all glad I muted Trump? Yeah, yeah. That and it's crazy. It's crazy. I'll tell you. You'll be sitting here, and that's one thing with as like since Trump has been in office, that's one thing that has been like, oh man, when Trump is talking, you don't want to be in the market, And what's crazy is it's not on the news schedule today. Look, I literally have the news schedule pulled up for the week. So this is where you can check the news schedule, right? And you can see when Trump talks. So this was just yesterday, March 16th. Trump had a speaking at 11:30 a.m. And you can see for Tuesday, we already had our news. No Trump speech, no nothing. So to get that the Ireland luncheon, for that to be something that moves the market is just like it just says exactly what we just been dealing with since Trump has been in office, man. This market has been a great learning experience for sure. Um yeah, this market is let's see what it want to do right here. Again, if I want to get a long or if I want to take buys, I would want us to get above this purple shaded area right here. This is where I'm hoping to get above. Now, if this wasn't here, taking this trade from here would have been a no-brainer. This is the same exact setup that we attempted to take to the downside, but this is just the same setup to the upside. However, this gap right here was leaving me with a little bit of hesitation, so I'm just gonna sit and wait. As you can see, boom, now we're getting a rejection off of it. So it's like even when Trump come in and says something, it's not like it's not even providing us with the proper I guess the proper price action to make the move. So we're gonna sit here and wait and see what happens. But yeah, let's see. Matter of fact, let's check out that trade. So that trade was 5 contracts. So I'm down 187. Down 187. Let's see if we can, like I said, let's see if we can get something else. Cause if this gets above this level, we might be able to take a long from here. We just need to see some momentum. We need to see some strong price action, some strong movement. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, we got about 20 seconds until this 2 minute candle closes. About 7 minutes till this 15 minute candle closes. So if we get a nice pop above this zone, I would be interested in taking a long. If we get a pullback to this area right here, I'll be interested in taking a long. Let's see how we react to this. Alright, I'm gonna try. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna try a buy right here. Let's try these buys, and I'm gonna put my stop below this low. Right. So this is the gap that created the market structure shift. Right. And this is where we rejected from this gap. So if I'm in the long, I do not want price to come back below this low. Right. And we have previous day high right here as well. So I also want to see previous day high get defended. So if I'm long, I want to see previous day high be defended, and I want to see this gap and this low be defended. And let's say if I wanted to take profit, it would be up here near the 10 a.m. open. I'll be looking to take profit up here near the 10 a.m. open. So this is if price action gives us exactly what we're looking for, right? If it gives us exactly what we're looking for, we should get a move up to this 10 a.m. open. So I'll actually take off 3 contracts here, and I'll save my final 2 for the actual 10 a.m. open. And now we wait. So we getting some nice momentum right there. We just want to see continuation, a continuation move higher from here. Now again, even though we're in right here, price can come and pull back. So don't get me wrong, every trade isn't just an automatic you get in and it goes straight to where you wanted to go. So even though price is right here, it can pull back all the way into here. Honestly, it can pull back all the way into here. So to be honest, if my proper stop should probably be below OTE, but since I entered a little high, I'ma let previous day high be my main line of defense, and I'm gonna let this low right here be a line of defense. So I actually put it below this gap. Put it below that gap, and let's let it do its thing. Since Trump want to say the stock market is doing so well, let's see if he's right. Like, come on, you ruined my first trade. Now you now I'm in my second one. He ruined my first trade. Now I gotta see if he go at least let the second one play out. Make sure he don't say nothing else. He make sure he don't say nothing else while I'm in this. So we're getting a little pullback. Honestly, this 3 minute should hold. If this doesn't hold and price gets back below this, kind of like boom, you see how that did that. So I'll move my stop below previous day high. If these buyers can't defend this gap and previous day high, then they don't got it in them for this trade, and we'll get out with another little small loss right there. Let's see the 5 minute. So this 5 minute candle closes in a minute and a half. Let me put that back right there. Hold up. This is technically this is a 5 minute order block. Alright, so if we want to get any type of meaningful bounce, it will have to happen right here. It will have to happen right here in this zone. Again, we got this previous day high. We also got we had the 3 minute gap. So this 3 minute gap, remember I said when price pushed above, we could possibly get this type of move here where we push above, and then I wanted to see us come down and then boom, let's see, make a move higher like that. But if this gap doesn't want to hold, and this order block doesn't want to hold, and previous day high doesn't want to hold, then this is just not the trade we should be in. So we'll just let the market do its thing and we'll see what happens. Go to the one. Let's see what the 1 minute looking like. Yeah. Yeah, this is a 1 minute gap right here. So yeah, like I said, I want to see price bounce here. If we don't bounce here, then and it looks like it's not trying to, so it's gonna either bounce right here, it's gonna start getting heavy again right here. Let's see it so y'all can see it a little bit better. All right, we get a little bit of buyers right here. Looks like some buyers trying to come in. So we need these buyers to start pushing. Come on now, y'all got Trump backing y'all. Like, hey, they got Trump backing them, so I don't see why we can't make this little move higher right here. The buyers are trying. So again, this is a, what was that? I think it was a, yeah, this is a 5 minute order block that I want price to bounce from. So I'm expecting buyers to come in and start pushing price up higher from here. Look like buyers are failing on this 5 minute candle. Yeah, we need to see a strong push from these buyers right here. Yeah, let's see what y'all got, man. So again, this is previous day high. So again, I want these buyers to defend this gap and previous day high right here. If the buyers can't defend this gap or previous day high, then this is not the trade. This is not our trade. So that's why we got our buy stop or our sell stop, sorry, below previous day high and below this gap. So I can actually move it up because this is, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me remove this. So this previous day high, this yellow line, this 1 minute gap is where I'm expecting buyers to come in. If buyers are serious about buying this market up, they need to be coming in right along in this area right here. Got a lot of stalling right here. These sellers are trying to push us lower. Buyers are somewhat holding us up. They're somewhat trying to hold us up right here. So something's going to give out eventually. Something's going to give out. Either these buyers are going to give up trying to defend this level, or these sellers are going to give up. Alright, so we got to push back below previous day high. We got to push below previous day high. So these are sellers trying to get us back below previous day high. So if these buyers do not come in, they're going to trigger my stop right in here. Alright, boom. So, yep, this is just not our session. So we took our 2 trades. We tried a short right in here. And that was based off of this 2 minute setup right here, where we had this structure shift right here. 2 minute setup. We tried a short right in here. That got clipped. And then we tried a long above this 3 minute gap right here. And then you see prices now rejecting. So this is just not the ideal price action. What's crazy is this 5 minute right here could actually play, but I'm not going to try it again. I'm already, let's see, we're down 395 on this account. So we're not going to try that trade again. This just doesn't seem like the type of price action we want to be involved in. If it's not giving you what you want, then that means stay out. But yeah, this is, like I said, if this, see, this can, see, you want, let's say we were still long. Like I said, we will want these buyers to hold these lows right here. You don't want the buyers to hold right here, but I don't know. We just not really getting nice action right now. Don't seem like neither buyers nor sellers are really winning in this range. Let's see, where's the 5 minute? Alright, so we're getting heavy right here. These sellers are getting kind of heavy. Alright, so we got these sellers pushing lower. Hold on now. All right, this is a setup of mine too right here. So this is a setup. So if the sellers want to get heavy, they could cause a little short right here. So I'm gonna go in with half size. I'm gonna just try it just for the sake of being on stream. I'm gonna try half size right here. Let's see if these sellers can get us to go heavy right here. Put my stop back above previous day high. Let's see if we can get down here. And look at that. Look at that. We getting some nice movement already off that. So let's see if the sellers want to keep us going lower. I'll put one to go off right here. Oops, I chose the wrong thing. Okay. So let's see. In this case, would you jump back in or back off for a moment? Um. So I'm willing to jump back into this trade. Simply because I'm at the point where, hey, if I see my trade set up, I'm going to take it. Like, I don't want to be holding on to a previous loss. I don't want to hold on to even previous wins. So even if I take a loss on the trade, I'm still looking for the next setup. So so just keep that in mind. Like, even when you take a loss, you still want to be looking for the next setup. And let's see if this one wants to play out through these lows right here. So this would be a nice low to take if price wants to get heavier right here. This would be a nice low. Let's see what the 1 minute look like. All right, this 1 minute candle right here is ugly. This is an ugly 1 minute candle. Like, if I want price to go lower, I do not want to see 1 minute candles that look like this, right? And this is a doji where you have a long wick and a small body, right? There's usually signals reversals. So if I'm expecting price to come lower, I don't want to see a candle that's signaling a reversal as price is coming lower, right? Because I want to see heavy sell candles continuing to push us lower from here. But let's see if this trade works out. See if we can get some nice movement lower. All right, so just like the previous trades we took, right? We got our stop loss above previous day high. So again, these levels, you can use them for either direction that you're trading. So just like how when we tried this long, we used previous day high as a stop loss to go higher. Now that we're short again, we can use this previous day high as a stop loss to go lower. And you see we got this gap right here. So again, when price is attracted to this gap, we want to see it repel from the gap. And that's what we're looking for right here. So if we're extremely bearish, like let's say price just really wants to go lower, we're not even going to reach back into this gap, right? But let's say price does reach into this gap, I want to see price tap the gap and then continue going lower. Like, I don't want to see like what we saw last time where price came into the gap and got extremely bullish and just started running through it. That's not what we want to see here. But I'm showing you guys that to say, again, this is when you have a strategy, you just stick to the strategy, right? Because it may not always work, but the time it does, you can capitalize when it does and continue to take small losses when it doesn't work. And in the long run, you'll do fine in trading. So right now, we're looking for price to continue to stay lower, to come down here to our first TP. And that would be, is right along this area. This is what's this, right at 24,988. So we want to see price continue to get lower right here. So we just had a new 15-minute candle open. So I would like for this 15-minute candle to maybe push up a little bit, but then continue to stay heavy right here. And hopefully that aligns right here with our 1 hour candle, which is showing us this red. So this 1 hour candle is heavy. So this is where you want to align the time frames. That's what we're doing right now. We're aligning the time frames. So if price wants to continue to stay heavy, it can stay heavy all the way through all these levels right here. All these levels. All these levels. So again, this is the 1 minute time frame right here. Like I said, we want to see price continue to stay heavy. We want to see it continue to stay heavy right along in here. We want it to continue to stay heavy. We want price to come take us out at first TP. If we get, let's say we get a heavy move right through this low, then I'll move my stop to break even. And that's basically like bringing my stop. So I could actually bring my stop to this low, to the top of this gap right here, right? Since we getting a lot of heavy movement, again, since we're getting a lot of heavy movement right here, I could start moving my risk down, right? So if I wanted to go break even, I'll just move my stop to right below my entry, right? So now this is a risk-free trade. This is a risk-free trade. I'm up 75 ticks on this trade. This is considered a risk-free trade, right? But again, we want price to go to continue to stay heavy. So this is what we want to see. We want to see continued downward pressure on price right here. Continued downward pressure. So we're up 90 ticks so far on this trade. Again, we want to see more downward pressure to this first TP. Now I want to keep y'all in mind, there's times where price will come right to your TP and reverse, just like what it's doing right now. You see how price came to my right here next to my TP. Now it's reversing. Price will do that often at times, right? And that's just the nature of the beast as well when it comes to trading. Sometimes it'll be right next to your level and it reverses. And it's kind of up to you to then just manage the trade from there. So again, I already have my stop and profit. So I'm pretty much chilling. I'm pretty much chilling. Again, if I want price to go lower, then I just want this to just keep working. I'm not trying to micromanage it. I just want it to keep working lower for me. So we can get a nice strong move below these lows. Tap out 2 contracts right here. We'll keep this one contract right here. We'll keep this on for much lower if price wants to get down there. But let's say we're up 66 ticks on this trade right now. That's $106, or so about 66 ticks. That's $100 right there. So we just want this to continue staying heavy so we can go knock out these lows down here. Let's see. Let's see what the 2 minute look like. Yeah, this is kind of ugly. The 3 minute looks way better. So this 3 minute candle is bearish. I want to see it continue to stay bearish. I want to see it just go deeper into these lows right here. Yep. So we watching this 3 minute. Let's see if the sellers can continue pushing this 3 minute lower. Like I said, we got our time frames in alignment. So we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. This 5 minute is not looking too good for me. I could definitely see this coming, reaching back up in here, tagging my stop loss that's in profit a little bit. I could see that happening before going lower, because again, now we have a 5 minute gap right here, right? And remember, price likes to be attracted to these gaps. So if we're not heavy enough in this area, then we're definitely coming back up in here. Go back to the one. See, this is the 1 minute time frame. All these candles stacked up right here. Yeah, this is not what we want to see. We want to see candles getting heavier. Heavy right in here, not stacking on top of each other. This is showing us the buyers and the sellers are in a tug of war. So when you got this sideways action, no one's winning. No one is winning the battle right here. Buyers and sellers are just tugging that price. They won't just let it go lower right here, and it looks like sellers are not trying to get them to push it higher. So we're just gonna keep waiting. Sellers trying to apply the pressure. Sellers trying to apply some pressure. Let's see if they can stick with it. This 3 minute candle. It's not a bad looking candle. But again, like I said, we want to see heavy action, and it's kind of stalling out, So again, somebody's going to give up in this area. Either can get that move lower. That's what we waiting for. We waiting to see if these sellers can overpower these buyers in this level, and so we can get that move lower. I'll move my stop loss to. I'll move it to right there. All right, we got a little buyer spike right then. See, these buyers are trying. They're trying to defend this low. They're really trying to defend this low right here. All right, you got these buyers pushing up. And sellers pushing them right back down. See, this is a tug of war right here. So it seems like we got sellers in this level. It seems like we got sellers right here. They just need to get heavy. They need to put their foot on the gas. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want to see from sellers. Come on. Put y'all foot on the gas, sellers. We want to see y'all start pushing this price lower right here. Let's get heavy and take out that low. All right. They still, like I said, they still playing around right here near these lows. Right here near these lows, they're still playing around. But just for the sake of this trade, I'm gonna move my stop a little bit lower, so at least we can get out with a little bit of gains on this trade. Cause after a candle like that, you generally want to see that next candle follow through. After a red candle like that, like I said, you want to see this next one follow through, and just, you know, like I said, these buyers and sellers are just tugging for price right here. They no clear winner right now. This 15-minute candle closes in 1 minute. Alright, I want to see this 15-minute candle continue to stay red, continue to stay bearish. And honestly, I want to see it start drifting lower here. Like, I don't want to close back near this low. I want us to close at least near closer to this low because that'll give us more indication that we're still going to go lower from here. So I want to see this get heavy in the last. See how we're getting heavy in the last final minutes of this candle. I want to see it continue to stay heavy. Come on, sellers. You see how price came down? Boom! It spiked right before my first TP right here. Right before my first TP. This is snail action right here. So normally price doesn't move this slow or this inefficient. Usually when price is moving efficiently, it just seems like it just goes right to your target, or it go right to the low or the high that you're targeting. So being that again we had Trump talking a little bit earlier, and just the slow price action of the day, I'm sure that's why we're getting so much back and forth right now. But I'm gonna still keep that target and keep that target right there in case we still want to go hit it. Again, I got my stop loss right here and profit, so we will get out with something. We will get out with something on this trade. So we'll be able to make back a little bit of the losses that we took earlier. So now we're just waiting. $15-minute close heavy. Yeah, so I would rather this just roll over. I'd rather us just roll over right here. Like all this back and forth. Like I want to see us just roll over. So we got about 13 minutes till the new hour candle. And you see we got price pushing up right here. So these sellers right here, they just cannot get the job done. They cannot get the job done. So we're gonna see if we're gonna end up getting stopped in profit right here. Alright, we got some sellers coming in. Oh man. How long we been down here? Down here for about 20 minutes. We've been down here for 20 minutes now. Like I said, yeah, see? The way price just kind of slowly drifted lower. Yeah, it looked like it wants to go take me out up here. Come on. Wow. Yeah, that's why I say this price action, this type price action put you to sleep, honestly. But this is kind of what you expect out of the afternoon session. It's usually a little bit slower than the morning session. Um, we did get a nice little push down from here. So this was nice. This was nice. However, just we were not going to catch this on the 1 minute because my strategy actually didn't set up until we crossed this low right here. So to get in up here, that would have been, you just kind of would have been guessing to see what happened. You can see sellers, buyers and sellers just tugging that price. All right, what you gonna do? All right, boom. All right, finally took me out with my stop in profit, which I'm glad because this was getting boring. But so it looks like we're only down 349 on the day from these two trades that we tried previously. It was, let me just double check. So we had tried a short from here. That didn't work out. Then we tried the long from here. That didn't work out. And then we caught this short. This short from here. And it barely came down to our first TP. Barely came down to first TP. So, yep, this PM session is just not the best. Not the worst for sure. Definitely not the worst. At least when we took the trades that we took, it didn't take too long to figure out if they were gonna work or not. So that's one thing you want to be looking for when you're taking a trade, man. If you get into a trade and it's taking a long time to let you know if it's gonna work, it's probably not the trade you want to be in. But like I said, our third trade worked. At least down here, we did not hit first TP, but we did get our stop in profit. So we were able to make back some of the losses from earlier. And yeah, yep, that's trading. That's trading for you. Not every day is gonna be a W. And as long as we live to trade the next day, we can come back tomorrow, see if we can catch a better setup. But I'm gonna probably let that rock from here. I mean, we got like an hour left in the market. Um, Again, look at this. This is still, let's say, when did we reach this level? This is from 11 this morning. Yeah, so since about 11 this morning, we just been trading in this little yellow area right here. Yeah, price doesn't really know where it wants to go. This little spike was Trump Trump talking, and then this spike down was probably when that little meeting ended. Ain't no telling. But I appreciate y'all coming out, checking out the stream. Um, maybe next time we do a live stream, we get some better price action. But yeah, just understand this is just not the best action, but it's all good. We walked away with a small L on the day. Um, we're not gonna worry about that because again, we can always come back tomorrow and take a better trade. But I appreciate y'all coming through, and like the live if you can. I appreciate y'all if y'all like the live, and I'll let y'all know when the next one is. Peace.